Yo, what's going on everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon Go video. Actually, this is going to be the second video that I'm uploading today because I really wanted to talk about this and I wanted to keep it separate from the first video that I recorded earlier. And the reason for that is because earlier I wanted to be a little bit more informative, giving you all the details for the next season as well as some of the events that are going to be happening. But for this video, I wanted to share some opinions regarding a controversy that recently got stirred up regarding the release of Mega Rayquaza later on in the month of June. So in case you didn't know, Mega Rayquaza is going to be returning in raid battles, but it's going to be through an elite raid day. Now, I can already tell that there's going to be a lot of players that are going to be upset at hearing that, and I totally think that's justified. The reason for that is because when it comes to elite raid days, they are extremely unpopular for a variety of different reasons. And the fact that Niantic is going to be having an elite raid day featuring a very essential Pokemon, yeah, that's going to rub a lot of players the wrong way. One of the things that was extremely hype about the next season was, of course, Mega Rayquaza returning to raid battles. And a lot of players thought that what they would do is they would have it as part of the rotation of 5-star raids. But instead of going that way, Niantic decided to hold an elite raid day featuring this Pokemon. And yeah, that's very unfortunate because when it comes to elite raid days, there's a lot of problems with them. I mean, first and foremost, they are all in person only. They're all on a set schedule. And for all those players who live in rural areas or low population areas, they're essentially going to be out of luck. The reason for that is because elite raids are always a lot more difficult than regular raids. And the fact that Mega Rayquaza in and of itself is already quite difficult, that means these raids are going to require a lot of trainers. And if you live in a rural area, that means you're essentially not going to be able to do them. Unless of course you have some insane counters and a dedicated raid group, it's going to be really difficult. So for a lot of those players, they're going to miss out on Mega Rayquaza raids. And that is a huge problem because not only is this the best Mega Evolution that is currently available, but it's extremely difficult to get Mega Energy for this Pokemon. And on top of that, you also need Meteorites to teach your Rayquaza's Dragon Ascent, and I'm assuming they're going to be a rare drop from these elite raids. Yeah, it's just a recipe for disaster. I think a lot of players were extremely hyped up for the re-release of Mega Rayquaza, but finding out that they are going to be in elite raids definitely deflates a lot of that hype. And I wish Niantic reconsidered this because I really feel like Mega Rayquaza is best served as a raid boss that's going to be in 5-star raids as opposed to an elite raid. I think a lot of players want to farm up as much energy for this Mega Evolution as much as they possibly can. The reason for that is because it is extremely powerful and you want to use it outside of just raid battles. Like it'd be really useful to use Mega Rayquaza in Team Go Rocket battles, for example. And if you do not have access to a whole bunch of Mega Energy, well, that's not necessarily going to be possible. So yeah, I think this is really unfortunate. There's definitely a lot of controversies and a lot of sour grapes from the Pokemon Go community right now regarding this, and I think a lot of that is justified because, yeah, Niantic, this is something that should have been really hype, and I really wish they had it as part of the 5-star raids, but yeah, that's not necessarily what's going to be happening. But who knows, maybe they will change things up a little bit this time around. Maybe they will allow people to remote in. I think that would be a really good fix. But aside from that, yeah, make sure you set your dates for this elite raid day because you do not want to miss out on getting yourself Mega Rayquaza if you do not have it already. If you attended Pokemon Go Fest last year and you got yourself enough Mega Energy, well, fortunately for you, this is going to be completely optional. But if you're someone who started playing Pokemon Go after Pokemon Go Fest last year, you will definitely need to make time for this Mega Evolution. Trust me, as someone who has been using Mega Rayquaza almost daily, even if the raid boss doesn't necessarily need it, I can tell you this Pokemon is extremely powerful, and if you do not have one, you definitely need to get it as soon as possible. And yeah, also, of course, this will be a great opportunity for you to pick up Shiny Rayquaza. That is probably one of the most sought after shinies currently in the game. And of course, getting yourself a hundo of a Rayquaza is essential because it's so powerful. Like, this Pokemon with Dragon Ascent is the best flying type in the game. And of course, it's currently the best dragon type as well. You do not want to miss out on this. That's simply how it is. If you already have a whole bunch of Rayquazas and you already have the Mega Energy, like I said, it's optional. But for newer players, this is going to be crucial. So yeah, make time for it. I can't repeat that enough. Yeah, it's unfortunate it's going to be an Elite Raid day, but it is what it is. But in any case, that's going to be it for this video. I want to know your thoughts regarding this whole debacle down below. Do you think it's really unfair that Niantic is setting Mega Rayquaza as an Elite Raid day, or do you think it's appropriate? I would like to know why in the comments, and yeah, let's have a great discussion. And thank you so much for making it all the way to the end of this video. If you ended up enjoying it, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and also don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to every single patron on my Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support the Jinsula channel, the absolute best way you could do so is by becoming a patron on my Patreon. If you do so, you get a permanent spot on my in-game Pokemon Go friends list. So when it comes to remote raids and the friendship system, if you want to play Pokemon Go with me in these areas, then make sure you go and check out my Patreon. And if you want to support my channel in a different way, you could always do so by following me on social media. My handle is @Jinsula, and I'm on the platforms that you see on screen. Make sure you go over there and give me a follow. Alright, and with all that said, that's going to be it for this video. I'm Jinsula, be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.